This is John Wesley from Sound of Contact, and you are watching Morow.com.
Closer to me, eroding with time, like shells in the sea, a heart overflowing.
10 years ago, I did a lot of touring with Porcupine Tree. And then we finished that up about 2 years ago. And then in that time I released, I think, a couple of solo albums. One called Shiver several years ago, and then the year before, I think it was last year, I released a mini album called The Lily Pad Suite, which is a real pretty little album. And then in the last year, my wife had a baby. So with that baby, it made us very busy. And I own a recording studio as well, and that keeps me very busy. And I'm working on a new record.
Closer to you, closer to me.
Yeah, it was a brainchild of Simon Collins and Dave Kersner. And they had used a couple other guitar players. And when it came to the touring, one of the guitar players wasn't going to be able to tour due to the way his life is. So they asked me to join about 2 weeks before they started rehearsals. So I learned the material and started rehearsals, and then we did a video, and then started this tour. So it happened very fast.
Laughed in the sun, howled at the moon.
I keep hearing that. I've heard that several times over the course of the tour, that I seem to be, that point of experience because I have done so much. It's been a very long career. I've been playing live guitar in bands since 1976. So when I was 14, I started gigging for money in pizza shops, small bands, And so I've been playing live ever since then, and now I'll be 51, so that's a lot of years.
From space, I won't say.
They've asked me to do some of the writing with them on the next project, so we'll see how that goes. Life goes in many different directions. So when they decide they want to start writing again and I'm available, then I will participate in the writing. So we'll see how that goes.
This world belongs to you and I.
Well, all three bands are stylistically different. And so even though there's a John Wesley style of guitar, I'm able to add in elements of the band. So when I'm playing with Fish, I listen to some old Morow records that we played and some Fish solo things. So there's John Wesley, and then I would bring in elements of Steve Rothery or Frank Usher or Robin Bolt, those guitar players that had played on those albums. And then when I got into Porcupine Tree, I discovered that Steve's style and my style were actually kind of similar. So it was real easy for me to bring in elements of Steve into the John Wesley style. And then on the Sound of Contact stuff, the way the guitars were recorded, they were recorded more as a pastel, more as sounds rather than like really distinct parts, like melodic parts, much like a Porcupine Tree thing. It was more of a sound painting. And so it left a lot of room live for me to bring in a John Wesley style into the Sound of Contact thing. So I melded part of my style in with that pastel of Sound of Contact.
Take a look around.
It works very well. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people have downloaded the free music, and then some of those music go on to buy other music of mine if they want that on the CD, and so it's great. It works out very well.
And you keep on doing solo shows?
I do a lot at home, but I haven't done many here. it's been difficult the last year because we had a baby. And then as soon as he got to be a year old and I was going to start doing the solo work again, Sound of Contact called. And so I started doing that. I've got a new solo record in the works. I had recorded one after the Porcupine Tree break, and I wasn't happy with it. And so I kind of scrapped everything and re-looked at the songs and reworked them in a way I was happier with. And so I've re-recorded the rhythm tracks for a new album. And when I go back from this tour, I'll continue work on it, and I'll work on it on and off through the summer. And I hope to have it out in the fall. I mean, that's my goal. I've got a deal with Madfish Records, which is, Snapper, one of the labels Porcupine Tree releases stuff on. And Madfish is Division, so I have a deal with Madfish for that record. It's called Disconnect, and the title track is a song called Disconnect. And so I'm almost finished with it, and I just need to find the time to finish it. I keep doing things like this, So, but it's got a lot of good, strong ideas on it. So I can't wait to finish it and get it out there.